And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner. And it's Friday, the 15th of October. We've got through to the end of the week. It's been another hectic week. It's always a hectic week. Actually, next week's going to be even more hectic, isn't it, Paul? Aren't there about, I don't know, 6 or something mining conferences going on next week, including, of course, our own, the Shanghai Mining Club, in partnership with Mining in Daba, where we've got a fantastic conference lined up in Beijing on the Tuesday and Wednesday, the 19th and 20th. That's correct, isn't it, Paul?
Yes, it is. Lots of different things going on. It's obviously a very buoyant market at this point with all the activity going on.
Mining is definitely back in favor at the moment. It's good. Now let's turn to news today, which is why people listen. Rio Tinto had Q3 production, which was a bit flat, wasn't it? Really?
Yes, it's interesting. Mixed batch of results here for their Q3 statement. Shows their production is pretty stable, but there's no particular capacity improvements to capitalize on strengthened prices. A particular shortfall in the mineral sands production caused by that social and criminal activity, difficulties there at Richards Bay in South Africa. Pilbara iron ore production was up quarter on quarter, but down year on year at 83.3 million tons. Iron ore of Canada is underperforming on its pellet production with just 2.2 million tons of production. And on their forward guidance, they've said that bauxite and iron ore pellet production will be down on previous guidance by about 5% by the end of the year.
Yeah, the market a bit disappointed. Off 100p this morning, down 2%. So yeah, clearly slightly disappointing. But 1 quarter is only 1 quarter in mining. What else you got for us today, Paul?
Well, we've also got the announcement out from Hochschild that they are going ahead with the exercise to take a 60% interest in the SNIP gold mine in joint venture with TSX-listed Skeena Resources. The SNIP mine is a past underground producer from about 2 decades ago that Skeena acquired from Barrick back in 2017. It's up in the northern British Columbia. High grade deposit there where production used to average about 27.5 grams per ton. And it used to be very much a direct ship operation with no milling facilities and that sort of thing. But the things have changed over 20 years here. Now has highway access, hydroelectric power has been put in locally, and as a result, the cutoff grades on a mine like SNIP can be much lower than what they had been previously. So it means that exploration can re-extend the mineralization, essentially revive these mines again. And that's what Hochschild says as well. So Hochschild will have to essentially double the amount of funding that Skeena has put into SNIP at this point in time. And they'll be dealing with the same First Nations organization as Skeena deals with locally at the SK Creek operation. So it shouldn't be any difficulties, changes in issues around the First Nations here at this point. So very good for both firms.
Sorry about the sound quality. Anybody listening, it sounds like Paul's are sort of coming and going. And maybe sit a bit close to your laptop or something, Paul. Or maybe it's that water pipe burst you had. It's
Could be.
Anything else you want to mention today? It is pretty quiet, so happy to keep it short.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that uranium price I see is down another $4 still. It's well below $40 a pound at this point. So, but definitely that high run in prices was a blip in the marketplace at this point until we get something more substantial to underpin the market, looks like.
Hang on a second. Are you almost saying that it was just a blip and that I was right on the fundamentals all along?
No, we'd have to get well down into the 20s, low 20s again, I think, for you to be right all along, and that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, yellow cake actually hasn't come off at all. It's off a fraction today. But if the uranium price is going to just settle back down again, I think most commodity prices are. I think they've all spiked up a bit too much. Maybe one or two. Tin could be a slightly unusual one. So yellow cake probably at 370p. Maybe time to just take a few profits, particularly if you're in earlier in the year. You could have been at about 200p, almost double your money. So yeah, maybe take some profits out of yellow cake.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Enjoy your weekend, Paul. And if you're listening, please enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, and we'll all be back again on Monday. Although it will be, as you say, there's a lot of conferences next week, and we'll be doing ours. So it may not always be me because I am moderating at a lot of our conference. So I will be busy doing that.
Okay, very good. See you then.